Hi, welcome back to Papa John's Pantry. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and questions or comments, reach out to me at papajohnspantry@gmail.com. Alright, so today we're making a simple bean taco dip. I'm going to make it on a standard size pizza pan. You could use a cookie sheet. If it gets smaller and thinner, then the ingredients will just get thicker, so it doesn't really matter the size. And none of this has to be exact measurements. So I'm using a standard pack of cream cheese that is it's 16 ounces. I'm using a 16-ounce container of sour cream. We're going to mix those together with an electric beater, or you can use a spoon, but it's just easier to use electric beater, mixer. Can of refried beans. Using salsa, I'm using 16 ounces of salsa and 3 8-ounce bags of, this is a Mexican cheese blend, any kind of cheese you want. And then, so I mean, if you didn't want to use beans, you could drain some taco meat and then put the other stuff on top. Then we sometimes we cover this in olives. You could use chopped jalapenos. I mean, anything, this is just to get you started, and you can go off on your own adventure over there. I mean, on your own. So first thing I'm going to do is open up this cream cheese and sour cream. We'll blend this. And I wouldn't get if you're buying cream cheese, obviously just get the plain stuff. But then don't get the whipped stuff either, because that's not going to work real good for this. These things are such a pain. I know. Nothing sexy about opening packages. Alright. That was a 1 8-ounce package, correction. It was a 2-pack I bought. I was going to say pretzel. So. Not having luck with these containers today. So your ratio of sour cream to cream cheese, I mean, we blend them together. You like more cream cheese, add more cream cheese. Like more sour cream, or just the big star of this is pretty much the beans and the cheese anyway. Alright, we're going to use that spatula in a minute. I'm going to blend this together real quick. Cream cheese I had let set out for a little bit at room temperature. And it won't come out perfect. As far as it'll look kind of like cottage cheese. That's why you let the sour cream sit at room temperature, because the cream cheese at room temperature. Thank you, Lou. Just because it gets easier to spread. It's stubborn, and you won't notice the texture difference once you're eating this. You shouldn't anyway. So the first thing we are going to do, like I say, you can, if you have a platter, like a decorative platter. I'm just using a plain pizza thing, but you got one, it's game day, and you got one of them football things or whatever, use whatever you're using. No, it don't matter. So the only thing that'll change is the thickness. You know, you can garnish this with scallions. I'm just trying to, you know, olives. You know, banana peppers, anything, you know, anything you could possibly want to put on here, you know, by all means, you know, have some fun with it. So this is going to use just a wooden spoon to start getting these refried greens out of the thing, because these can be a little stubborn. Fun. I'm gonna see. All right, my memory's fading me. I am sorry. We are using 2 cans of refried beans. Forgive me out there, internet land. We used to not use the beans, but then I made it one time with the beans. We just used to start with the sour cream and cream cheese mix, and I added refried beans, and we all really like this. So it's a recipe from my mom, and actually that recipe used to use lettuce and tomatoes, but we stopped putting it on there because you know, this is obviously a big size dip. We're not going to finish this all in one night, more than likely, and the lettuce and the extra tomatoes just got very they got soggy after the first night, so we just eliminated them. But if you're making a smaller dip, you know, lettuce, tomatoes, that's another thing you could add on here. Like I said, with the, you know, with the scallions and stuff. Okay, so that's a lot better. So I'm just using a spoon just because these beans are so thick. Try to get this as level as possible. And all right. Now we're gonna take our sour cream cheese mix, and we're gonna do the same thing. And just be careful, try to not mix it up. In the end, you're kind of be covering it all with cheese anyway, but just so it's not a big, you know, just make it look a little nicer. And I don't know if on the camera you can see there's tiny little granules of the cream cheese on here. Don't kill yourself. And that mixing of the two things is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. I mean, now it's just, we're making frosting a topping cake. All right, it's just regular, you know, that's another variable. You know, you want this super hot, get some hot salsa. Super chunky, get the super thick kind. Make your own salsa. You know, that's something we'll probably do one of these days, is make salsa on the old channel. You know, you could spend, you know, and this is such a simple thing. You could spend the rest of your life adding different kinds of salsa, or, you know, flavored this or whatever toppings. You can make this your own in so many ways, and spend a lot of, every time you make this, it could taste completely different because you use different ingredients. All right, and then we're gonna just top this with the cheese. And I'm a believer that you can't have too much cheese. I'm using these are thick shreds. You know, you can get the fine stuff. You can shred your own cheese. Shredding your own cheese is cheaper. This is a mix of Monterey Jack, cheddar, Acierto, and queso cheeses. These are plain cheeses. Now we've bought in like the taco cheese, with the cheese that has a taco mix in it, but I don't like it because I think it tastes too, with the extra seasoning that's added into the cheese, I think it's too busy. So that's why I just like getting the, oh, this is a blend cheese. It doesn't have any, there's no seasonings in there. So then we're going to just smoothen this out. Smooth this out. And like I said, if you want the peppers, whatever you want to put on here is what you put on here. But that's it. Pretty simple. Enjoy.